Did you know there are 16 train companies just with the major private railways in Japan, including JR companies, which is the former national railways, and small private railways? There are about 50 train companies in Japan, and each of them own the railways and operate trains on it. Trains in Japan developed in a different way from other countries, and it can be a little bit confusing and difficult to understand first. But at the same time, trains in Japan have a very extensive network, and it's very fun to use the trains, and also it's very convenient. So in this video, I'd like to go over almost all about Japan trains, from what kind of train companies there is, and what the system is like, and how you can purchase ticket, how you can save, and what's the tips when you take trains. After watching this video, you'll be mastering the Japan train. So you won't be confused or panicked when you arrive in Japan. I've heard about it. I know this. And I also put a timestamp. So if you're in a rush and you're going to a trip soon, you can also jump to the section you need information soon. My name is Kengo. I'm making a travel YouTube video about Japan based in Tokyo. If you like the content, please click like button and subscribe. So first, let's see what kind of train company there is in Japan. In the large section, there are three types of train companies. One is JR, which is a former national railway companies, now privatized and separated to 5 different companies depending on the region. And second is private railways. There are 16 major railway companies in the major cities like Tokyo, Nagoya, Osaka, and there are a lot more small companies. And number 3 is the subway companies in each cities. Many of them operated by the city. So it might not be matter for you which train is operated by which, but it's a little bit important when you purchase ticket because each of them are different companies. So where you purchase a ticket is different. And first, let's see JR companies. JR company is a former national railways. It has an extensive rail network from Hokkaido to Kyushu, and now it's separated to 5 privatized companies. JR Hokkaido based in Sapporo, which is operates the trains in Hokkaido region, and JR East, which is based in Tokyo and operates train Greater Tokyo area to Nagano to Tohoku areas. Third one is JR Central, which has the most common or popular Shinkansen network, Tokaido Shinkansen, connecting to Tokyo, Kyoto, and Osaka. JR Central is based in Nagoya, and they also operate regional train around Nagoya area towards some areas like Takayama and the southern part of Nagano. And another one is JR West, which covers wide areas from Hokuriku to all the way to the west edge of Honshu Island in Yamaguchi Prefecture. JR West operates Sanyō Shinkansen that goes directly to Tokaido Shinkansen. And the fourth one is the smallest JR company, JR Shikoku, operating trains in 4 prefectures in Shikoku Island. And the last one is JR Kyushu Company, operate trains in Kyushu Islands, including Kyushu Shinkansen that goes directly to Sanyō Shinkansen. And the first one you probably will take is Shinkansen. Shinkansen is the fastest service in Japan, has a special tracks. It has a different tracks and different gates for the trains. But there's also called mini Shinkansen, which is specifically only 2 now, Yamagata and Akita. They go off to the regular train network and go to the different parts of Tohoku regions. And next type of train is a limited express called Tokkyu in Japanese. And this one usually is serving the kind of mid distance from the city to suburbs towards destination. And good example in Tokyo region is Azusa that are going from Shinjuku to Matsumoto station. And some of them go to further to Hakuba. Something very popular is the new Yakumo train from Okayama station connecting to Yonago and Izumoshi station. And recently I had an opportunity to review the new Yakumo trains. So please also take a look at this video if you are interested in it. And Kyushu also has a famous limited express train called Yufuin no Mori. So there are a lot more limited express train, and when it comes to the overnight train, unfortunately only one is left in Japan now. So there used to be lots of different night trains. When I was a kid, I could take like Hokutose to Sapporo and Ginga to Osaka, but all gone, and now only Sunrise Izumo and Sunrise Seto is left. This is a regular scheduled train that's leaving from Tokyo to Izumo or to Takamatsu in Shikoku Island. So if you have a chance, you might be able to book the night train. And all others are regular trains. In Japan, especially in Tokyo, they also have the function like metro or subways. So when you're traveling around Tokyo, you have the opportunity both using subways and JR line. Now let's talk about the different type of the seat. JR line has a different seat like regular seat, and a car supposed to be called maybe first class is green car. This is a specific name for JR trains, green car. And only JR East Shinkansen has a higher than green car called Grand Class. For regular seat of trains, usually you don't have to make reservation. You cannot make reservation. But for the long distance train like Shinkansen and Limited Express, you can choose from non-reserved seat or reserved seat. But many trains are decreasing the number of the non-reserved seat recently. You see more of the reserved seat. Some Shinkansen of the JR East don't have the non-reserved seat. But when there is a non-reserved seat, this is a specific car sold as non-reserved seat. So it doesn't happen when you are sitting on non-reserved seat, someone book after and your seat is suddenly reserved. And that is something that doesn't happen. On the non-reserved car, once you take the seat, that's your seat. Except one train called Fuji Excursion. And many JR line companies operate joyful trains that you can enjoy the local atmosphere. It's not a fast train, but it's more made to enjoy the local tradition or scenery. So if you get on, sometimes you can purchase the local sake or liquor and local foods, and you can eat on it. So now JR is also a privatized company, but usually it's not called private railways. Private railway is company started as private railways by the regular company. And as we mentioned earlier, there are 16 major private railways in Japan, plus lots of small private companies. I shouldn't talk about all the 16s, but let's talk about the major private railways that probably international travelers have lots of opportunity to use in Japan. Now let's start from Tokyo area. And first, when you arrive at Tokyo's two airports, Narita Airport and Haneda Airport, each of them are served by private railways. For Narita Airport, there's a Keisei trains, which is operate Keisei Skyliner, take you to Ueno. And for Haneda Airport, there's a Keikyu railways that take you to the Shinagawa and further directly to the subways. And Narita Airport has also JR line that you can use, Narita Express. And also for Haneda Airport, there's also Tokyo Monorail, which is operated by JR now. And right now, Haneda Airport is also under construction, that they are making a new JR line that you can go directly to Shinjuku or Tokyo Station in the future. And there are two other big railway companies in Tokyo that has the most popular tourist destination for travelers. And one is Odakyu Railway for going to Hakone. And Odakyu operates limited express called Romanska. And that takes you from Shinjuku Station to Hakone Yumoto Station. And all the cable car and low pays are also operated by Odakyu Group. So you can get the Hakone Free Pass, which is a discount pass that you can use for all of the train and different transportations. And in addition to this Hakone Free Pass, if you purchase a limited express fee, you can get on the Romanska and travel around. And another one is Tobu, has a Nikko as a tourist destination. Tobu has two railways in Tokyo area. One from Asakusa, and the other one has a Spacia train. Popular train also, Spacia X, is also leaving from Asakusa station. And Tobu has an extensive bus network in Nikko, Kinugawa area. So in case you visit Nikko, Tobu also issues a Nikko Pass all area that you can travel round trip of the Tobu line and also take the bus in Nikko area. But and again, same as Odakyu, this train pass is not including the fee of the limited express. So in addition to this Nikko Pass all area, you can purchase the limited express fee. And my Nikko travel guide and Hakone travel guide is I'm explaining everything about how to purchase ticket and how to get there and how you can enjoy the destination. And as I said, Tobu has another railway called Tobu Tojo line from Ikebukuro. And this one takes you to Kawagoe, which is a small day trip destination, which is very close to Tokyo. So in case you take this, you can take from Ikebukuro station and not Asakusa. So Tobu has two terminals. And for Kawagoe, you can also take the Seibu line. Seibu line has a limited express, which is a reserved seat to Kawagoe too. So for more comfortable ride from Shinjuku, you can take the limited express on the Seibu line to Kawagoe. But Seibu's iconic train is the Revue going to Chichibu. And Chichibu is a countryside destination, still not very popular yet, but they have a little river and nice temples. So if you've been here several times already and maybe you like to make a day trip to somewhere very not too developed, maybe you can consider Chichibu too. Lastly, if you are going to Mount Takao in Tokyo, there's a Keio line, which is another private railways leaving from Shinjuku stations underground. In case you go to downtown Yokohama, you can also consider using the Tokyu line. Tokyu is one of the biggest railway company. They don't have much tourist destination, so you might not have much opportunity to use. But the big private railways serving lots of residential area on the west side of Tokyo. And now let's see Nagoya. Nagoya has two major railway company, Meitetsu and Kintetsu. Chubu International Airport called Centralia. You can take the train of Meitetsu called Muse Sky to city center of Nagoya. And there's another train company called Kintetsu take you to Ise Line in Shima area. And this Kintetsu has the longest distance of the rail network in Japan as a private railways, followed by Tobu. And they also have a train from Osaka and Kyoto too. Just with Kintetsu, you can travel between Nagoya, Kyoto, and Osaka. Kintetsu is known for the special limited express train, and they have a really interesting train like Hinotori that are connecting the Nagoya and Osaka and Shimakaze that are going to Osaka or Kyoto to Ise Shima area. And Osaka is a private railway kingdom, and you'll be surprised by the grand, huge station of the private railway. And one private railway that you might use first is Nankai Railway that operates Rapid from Kansai International Airport to Namba Station. Nankai also has a train called Mount Koya-san, which is known for the kind of sanctuary of the Buddhism. There are several train companies connecting Kyoto and Osaka in addition to Shinkansen and JR lines, and that is Hankyu and Kenchan line. In case you take Kenchan line, you can go to Fushimi Inari and Kiyomizu Gojo, Gion Shijo, Sanjo on the east side of like a Gion area near Kiyomizu Temple. So it's very easy to access east side of Kyoto. In case you take Hankyu train, it's very easy access when you go to Arashiyama or city center of Kyoto like Kawaramachi. So this is a benefit of taking the private railway that you can go into the city center directly. And is train really a great choice during travel in Japan? And that depends on your itinerary or destination you go. For example, from Tokyo to Fukuoka in Kyushu Island, about 7 to 8% people only use Shinkansen, and all others, more than 90% of travelers use airplanes. There are frequent and efficient service by Japan Airlines and ANA from Haneda airports near Tokyo to Fukuoka airport, which is very close to city center of Fukuoka. So that route is very competitive with Shinkansen. And while you overlooking the Mount Fuji, and you get complimentary coffee during about 1 hour flight, you'll be on the Shinkansen for 5 hours and you don't get anything. And when it comes to the Sapporo, which Shinkansen hasn't finished yet, it takes about 8 hours on train. So only 2% of travelers traveling from Tokyo to Sapporo use Shinkansen and trains. 98% travelers use airplanes. Great part of the train is you can drop by different areas. So unless you go to one place, the train has a strong benefit. In case you drop by lots of different areas and take trains, probably you might want to consider using train passes like Japan Rail Pass and regional passes by different JR companies. Now let's see more practical parts, the types of the tickets. There are different types of the ticket and passes available for international travelers. There are 3 major ways to get on trains, and one is purchasing regular ticket, and second is using IC card, and the third is getting a train pass. And ticket is, as you know, the paper ticket that you can purchase at the station and you can use it. And just like I mentioned, there are several different companies even in the city center, so something convenient to get is the IC card. And IC card is a prepaid card that you can pay in advance. If you run out the balance, you can top up. And this is a most common way to travel anywhere in Japan. Different regional area has a different IC card. But the great thing is, even if you issue with Hokkaido or Tokyo or Osaka, they are all different design, different name of the IC card, but you can use each other. So, for example, if you purchase the IC card in Tokyo, you can use that after you go to Osaka or Kyoto too. You can use it in Okinawa's monorail too. So, this is very convenient, especially in case you use the bus. It's very convenient. Like I went to around Hiroshima, Nagasaki, you can use for ferry, you can use for the local community bus too. In case you do lots of railway travel, you can also consider using Rail Pass. And something covers the most of the Japan is Japan Rail Pass, which is issued by JR companies, and you can use on JR line across Japan from Hokkaido to Kyushu. there are some parts you cannot use even in countryside. The good example is the Aomori Tetsudo. So now that JR lines privatized, sometimes they cannot keep operating the local regions, small trains. So as long as they have the Shinkansen line over there by their JR lines, they are allowed to give the local trains to the local governments. Those area is already not a JR, so you cannot use JR pass. There are special conditions sometimes, and for example, this Aomori Tetsudo, in case you connect from the end of the train companies of Aomori Tetsudo, from Aomori to Hachinohe, or in the middle, there's a train called Noheji, which has still JR lines existing. For that part, only in case you get off at those JR stations, JR connecting stations, you can use JR pass. But in case you get off in the middle, like Asamushi Onsen, you have to pay for the local fees. So when I got off at Asamushi Station, I saw foreign travelers looked very surprised that they showed the JR pass, but you had to pay for the trains. So that is kind of not fun experience. So that is something to be careful on JR pass. You might want to be especially careful when you use the limited express train going to the private railway directly. I mentioned about Fuji Excursion, but that is one good example. From the middle, it's changed to Fujikyu Railway, and also the Odoriko train changed to Izukyu Railway from the middle. So both limited express train, even if you have a JR pass, you have to pay additional price. If you book a reserved seat in advance, maybe you pay in advance, but you get charged later on the train or in the station when you arrive. And in addition to JR pass, each JR company also issues regional rail passes, and which can be sometimes more convenient because, for example, the Fuji Excursion and Odoriko that I mentioned is completely covered by JR Tokyo Wide Pass 3 days, which is much more reasonable, and it's only 3 days, but in case you travel in this area, it's more convenient because JR Tokyo Wide Pass is covering those private railways too. So even if you take the limited express train, you don't get charged for it. And limited express charge is also included. JR Hokkaido has JR Hokkaido Pass. JR East has in addition to that JR Tokyo Wide Pass, there are lots of different type of the regional pass depending on the region. And JR West also has lots of different passes. In JR West area, there's a type of the pass that are perfect for you because they're like Sanyo Sign Pass and JR West All Area Pass. And there's one regional pass that are jointly issued by JR East and West. That is the Hokuriku Arch Pass. And this will be the only pass that you can go both Tokyo and Kyoto area. But this one, you cannot use Tokaido Shinkansen, which is operated by JR Central, which is not in this league. But the great benefit is this is available for 7 days, and you can get off at a different station on Hokuriku route, and you can come back too. So it will be a great savings. So again, recently the pass prices are going up, and you have to see if it's worth getting the pass or better not. And now let's see how you can get the ticket. The good thing about Japan is even if you purchase very early or right before, the price doesn't change. Whenever you purchase, there's no kind of big price changes. So that is something you don't have to be really stressed about, like you have to purchase early or the price went up, or that doesn't really happen. But in other way, there's not much way to get discount. But recently, there are several ways to get discount if you purchase online. For Tokaido Shinkansen, the biggest saving you can get is on the EX site that is specially made for the Tokaido Shinkansen. And this EX site offers severe discounts like called Hayatoku. And for regular seat, if you purchase by 21 days prior to the travel date, usually you can get a big discount on the Shinkansen ticket. And for green car, if you purchase until 3 days in advance, you can get big discount. And you can get on the green car for almost same price with regular car. No matter which train company it is, you can only purchase 1 month before the date of the travel. But on this Smart EX site, you can purchase from 1 year before. But in case you like to choose a specific seat on the Shinkansen, only from 1 month before the travel date, you can choose a seat on the seat map. So in case you purchase before the 1 month, you cannot choose from the seat and they will decide seat for you. So if you like to get discount and choose a seat from seat map, the best time to purchase is 1 month before the travel date. discount slot is limited, so in case you like to guarantee that you can get seat, it's better to check 1 month before the travel date, especially on the busy season. But here is the problem. There are lots of different train companies, and all of them have different travel sites to make reservation. And for Japanese people, it doesn't become a big issue because when you travel, usually you go to one destination and come home. So usually you use just one train company, so we don't notice. But for international travelers that goes across Japan, you have to end up lots of different websites. Just go to different areas. You have to make an account for different site of the official site and go to the different pages, and each have them different rule, and it's very complicating. Something good to consider is using the agency site. And right now, there are 2 sites that you can make reservation from foreign country in English. And that is Klook and Japan Bullet Train. And there is a fee in addition to the regular price. So this is not the cheapest site. There is a procedure fees, and it can be expensive more than the price you purchase at the station. But it's very convenient that you can combine all the reservation. It's kind of like a fee for the convenience, but that is something you can consider which you take. So usually you can just show the QR code from the app and you can issue the paper ticket. So it's very easy. So I am a big fan of just issuing the paper ticket. But recently the Klook changed the system for Tokaido Shinkansen, and you can just scan the QR code and you can get on the train too. Just like you can do in the official site. And in case you use a Smart EX of JR Central or JR East website, sometimes I hear, not actually sometimes, but often, but I hear the issue that they cannot use a credit card. It doesn't really matter what the card brand, or if it's a credit card or debit card, or if you are from which countries. Anyone in any country randomly is facing the kind of security problem. So it's all about what the security system the bank use, it seems, for now. But there's lots of cases that foreign credit card cannot be used. So in that case, maybe your choice will be using the agencies. Now let's see how you can get on the train. When you get on the train in the city center, you can check the app. I recommend to check the Google map or app and find out which train line goes to which station. And the app usually say which platform you can go to. But in case you don't know, you can go to the station and you can see the sign of the train. Recently, it has a clear English sign too. This is the Yamanote line, this is the Sobu line, and in the city center, it also has a little map of which part of the car is convenient for the next destination. So in case you get off at this station, there's a stairs here, it says. So while you're waiting for the train, you can move to that part of the car. On the platform, there's a clear sign of the number of the cars. And most of the metropolitan area in Japan has this system. When you take the limited express or Shinkansen, in Japan, the platform is already decided from at the time of the making timetable. So it doesn't happen that you have to wait until the last minute and the platform's number comes up and everyone just go there. And for luggage in Japan, most of the company is allowing up to 250 centimeter total dimension times 2 per person. And it's not including umbrella or small shoulder bag. But in case you travel in the busy morning rush hour, it might be a little difficult or impossible to get on train sometimes. So you might want to plan around the luggage, either send to the next destination, or you can also consider avoiding the rush hour time. But only for this Tokaido Shinkansen, Saiyo Shinkansen, Kyushu Shinkansen, this route from Tokyo to Kagoshima Chuo has a little bit more strict luggage rule. If you just prepare and if you have a knowledge, it's nothing problem. For this route, if you have luggage that the total dimension is bigger than 160 centimeters total dimensions, you have to make a reservation for the specific seat. Comes with the luggage space, either behind your seat, which is end of each car, or in the aisle there's a special section. And this place, you cannot just put your luggage. This is only for someone who booked the seat with luggage space. And this is no charge. Without paying any extra charge, you can book this seat. And something you might wonder is the food on trains. They actually sell even beers or sake on the platform, but in the city center, you rarely see people eating on the train. But in the long distance, it's kind of part of the fun thing to eat and drink on the trains. So there used to be a dining car on the train, but it's all gone from the trains, and even from the night train or Shinkansen. And also, there used to be a wagon service that they bring the food to the seats, and you can purchase different drink or food, and coffee, ice cream, but those are also gone recently. And especially from Tokaido Shinkansen, there are some lines that still the wagon service are left, like Tohoku Shinkansen and Hokuriku Shinkansen. Not all lines has it anymore. So something you might want to make sure is either eat before you get on the train, but also make sure always to bring the drinks and bento box or snacks. It's always better to bring a bit extra. I know like ice cream or get melt and coffee get cold while you're waiting, but still, before you get on long distance trains, always make sure you have the food, lots of food and drinks with you.
There's a women's only cars in the morning times. So in case you take train in the morning or rush hour time, make sure to pay attention to the pink sign that it says women's only car. And in Tokyo, for the long distance train, they have this double-decker car. It is tempting. Looks like it has a better view. These are the type of the green car and you need an additional charge to get on this. If you like to be on it, you can purchase a green car ticket at the platform.
So again, Japan Train Network is very extensive and it should be very fun to find out your own itinerary and travel different regions of Japan. If you know any train with great views, or if you have experience in the great service on the trains or great fun memory, please share in the comment. I hope you have a great train trip in Japan. Have a great trip to Japan. Have a great weekend until the next video.